What if you could earn an MBA fully online in just 10 months for only $9,900? Eastern University's cutting-edge MBA in Organizational Management is designed to fit what you need in an MBA program. Our innovative LifeFlex model offers 100% online classes that you can complete at your own pace within each 7-week semester. We know how hard you work for your money, so we're thrilled to offer our MBA at only $9,900, making our program between 50 to 80% less expensive than most other schools, while ensuring quality and excellence with the support of our expert faculty. We even offer a concentration in business analytics, an essential skill set needed in today's data-driven economy. With start dates every 7 weeks, Eastern's MBA is handcrafted for you and your needs. So what are you waiting for? Apply today at eastern.edu/MBA.
The following is a presentation of Jacob Sports.
Welcome to the National High School Wrestling Show. I'm your host, Henry Racich, and on the line tonight, the champs are here from Faith Christian Academy, the PA state champs and national champs, #1 team in the country. Nick Singer and Jay Singer, the Singer brothers, are on. How you guys doing today?
Doing good.
Good, fantastic. Thanks for joining the show. This is one of 6 segments to our listeners out there. One of 6 segments in this series called Brothers in Faith. And the play and spin off that obviously is Faith Christian, but there are 6 sets of brothers that reside in the empire, I'm going to call it for right now. That would be yours truly here, the Singer brothers, the Clymer brothers, the Bachmans, the Boteros, Steins, and Wagner brothers. So you two are going first. We do have a Bachman clip. We got to clean it up a little bit. It was a little old, but you two are the first in the brothers interview. So welcome tonight. Guys, how we're going to handle this, I'm going to go back and forth. We're going to ask some questions, some serious stuff, some fun stuff. Then at the end, we're going to have a little agility and speed contest to crown the Singer crown. So first of all, let me start by saying you two might be, in the history of the world, the 2 toughest guys from Connecticut, right? You guys from Connecticut?
Yes, we are. We're from Connecticut.
I don't know a legendary tough guy from Connecticut, but you guys certainly are filling that ledger there. So first, let's start with the old man, Jay, the older brother, right. The junior here. Jay, yep. Give me a little recap on 2 things I want to hear from you. Your experience at Faith to date, and your experience this year. How you felt about the season, how it went down.
Well, starting with Faith, I mean, I've loved it ever since we've been here. It's been about 4 years now, and I just feel like I've grown as a wrestler, as a person, and as a follower of Christ every year. And I think Faith is building me to just become the best man I could be. And then this year, little upsetting how I finished out at state, taking 5th. Obviously wanted a place higher up there.
Well, Jay, there's like 40 million kids that just want to make states. That's like their goal. I want to make it to states. I mean, I had that goal, and I finally made it to states because your team went. I got to go watch, but I didn't get to go. I never wrestled up there, but so a little disappointing. What last year you got 4th, this year 5th. Still a state place winner the last 2 years, and you have one more season left, right? This is your junior year. All right. Yep. Okay, so you got another year to clean it up. No big deal. Nikki, how about you, brother? Tell me your experience so far at Faith, and what you thought about this year.
I love it. I mean, coming to Faith was like, a little dog left at the doorstep, and the owner, coming and taking it in for my brother and I. We just moved to PA, and we were kind of just like, hey, we don't really know you guys. We don't really know what your program's about, but just if you want to accept us, please do that, because we're looking for a school, we're looking for a place, and they did that. And we didn't know Coach Ben when he was the head coach or anything like that. So when we met him as the head coach of the program, we fell in love with the way they did things. And me speaking personally, I haven't always been a follower of God. I was, a wretch one time in my life, and I'm not saying I'm perfect now, but I've definitely gotten a little better, and it has been such a good pursuit academically and most importantly spiritually, and as well as with wrestling and with all those things. It's been really cool for me.
Cool. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Yeah, you brought up academics, so I might as well roll right into the brother survey here. So academically, Nick or Jay, who has the highest grade point average right now?
Let me talk. So we're both very skilled, very talented. God's blessed us with parents that our requirement is work hard, and from working hard, those good grades will come, and they've always blessed us with that. God's blessed us with that. But
this is a long prelude to say your brother has a higher grade point.
No,
Am I guess? Is that not it? All right, go ahead. No. Let me let it roll.
This year so far, I think I've had the higher GPA, but I said that thing first because we're both above 4.2 GPAs. So
what?
Yes.
Above 4.2?
Yes.
Dang, bro! I thought 4 was perfect. I guess you guys are perfect. That's incredible. So we're talking about school. I see the Lehigh on the sweatshirt there. You are committed. Committed to Lehigh next year.
Oh yeah.
Didn't want to go too far from home, huh? Or 2 years? Yeah, 2 years. Yeah. Man, you're already. Man, would you commit as a sophomore earlier this year, or as a sophomore?
I think I committed around October this, or I guess 2024.
Was that always your target school? That was your dream school, or what?
I didn't really have a dream school going into my recruiting process. Kind of just wanted to visit as many schools I can, see what school fits me best. And Lehigh actually wasn't super high on my radar because I don't know, I was just around their program a lot, and I never was like super in love with it. But then I learned more about it, and I like fell in love with it. I was on my visit, and I was like, I want to go here. Like, this is where I see myself for the next 5 years.
Did you go to multiple schools, or you went there and you were like, boom, this is it? I know this is. You had a good feel from the rip, or what?
I took a modified official visit to Buffalo in August, and then I took a visit to Pitt. Pitt was a good school, but something with Lehigh just connected. Learning about their wrestling culture, their connections, just their school in general. It's not too far from home, so bunch of pros. Well, fell in love with it.
No, good stuff. An amazing program over there too, for sure. They're always at the top. So let's get to some contest stuff here. Fastest runner.
Probably have to go to Nick. Quick dude.
Highest bench press.
That would be me.
That'd be you. All right. So you're pointing that way, Nick, but he's that way. He's that way on our screen.
Is he on that? Okay.
Yeah, he's that way.
I'll point this out. Gotcha.
All right. Let me get that to my survey here. Jay, what is Nick's favorite color?
I would have to go with green, but I feel like it changes a lot.
Is it green? Is it right?
It is. It's more green? It's more like a forest green type thing. But
I was going to say, because you kind of got a green. I think that's a greenish shirt.
Blue. Blue.
Nick, what's Jay's favorite color?
Jay's favorite color is blue for sure.
100%.
100%.
Okay. Jay, what is Nick's favorite wrestler?
Nick's favorite wrestler, I think.
In college.
All right, in college.
In college right now, I'd say it would have to be Mitchell Messenbrink.
Yeah.
Is it? No. What's Jay's favorite?
I don't know, but I'm going to say Carter Strachey. No.
I could say after this weekend, I really fell in love with Wyatt Hendrickson.
Okay.
Super impressed with him this weekend.
Yeah, Captain America with the salute and stuff. That was. I'm so glad I got to see that. I mean, that's like historic right there. You know what I mean? That was an amazing match. I was watching the very end of that match, and I'm like, man, is he? And it was like, I don't know. It seemed like Gable was like thinking he wasn't going to, or he just like
Yeah.
relaxed for that one. It's all it takes is 1 second of relaxing. Just amazing. Let's see. Nick, what's your brother's pet peeve? Do you know if he has a pet peeve?
His
Something that
pet
really
peeve.
irritates him? Like
Um,
mine is somebody chewing and smacking their lips. I want to murder them. That makes me insane.
Probably me talking too much. That's definitely his pet peeve. He calls me annoying a lot, but brotherly love, brotherly
Yeah,
love.
that's every older brother says that about their younger brother. Is he
Exactly.
accurate, Jay? Is he in the neighborhood? Is that you?
He's close to that. I would say it's more of just like if someone's trying to talk to me when I'm trying to be like locked in a little bit more, like
Right,
in
when
the
you're trying to
gym.
focus on rap,
If I'm
focusing.
in the gym, I'll talk in between sets for like a minute or two, and then I start. But
Does
once
he
both
go the
my
whole
head,
time? Is he going the whole time doing the gym?
yeah, once I put both my headphones on, it's kind of a signal to say
That's it.
like,
Yeah,
don't talk to me. Let
that's
me
the
get my
code.
set done, and then I'm good.
That's a code of silence. All right. So, what is Nick's pet peeve, Jay? Do you know if any guess his?
I feel like it's just this is kind of like a broad thing to say, but just being stupid around them. Like when people just act stupid, and I don't really know how to explain it, but when people just act stupid and are kind of acting like idiots or jerks around them.
Yeah. So does he snap on him, or does he just walk away, or does he give him a little
Um,
settle down?
a little bit of both sometimes. Depends the person. If I'm acting a little stupid, he'll hold me accountable. If it's around a group of people, he could just exclude himself from it, and it's good. It's a good discipline.
So who's the better cook?
I would have to take that one, I think.
Yeah. What's your specialty?
I don't really have a
Everything.
specialty.
Everything. You can
Everything.
cook everything, bro.
I just like
Chicken,
making food.
seafood,
No,
all
your
of it.
specialty is that fried rice with some steaks, bro. Stop playing.
I
What,
do like
Chipotle
making fried
style?
rice.
Yes.
No,
Well,
No.
I just like making some egg fried rice, or if we have some kind of grilled chicken or steak in the fridge, I'll toss it in there. But
so who has the strictest diet?
I would
Nick,
say Nick has a stricter diet. Um,
100%.
are you sucking? Do you suck a lot of weight, Nick, during the season? You just
No,
chill where
sir.
you're at. How about you, Jay? You just chill where you're at, right?
no, I'm actually quite small for my weight class.
So you're always giving way, few, huh?
Yeah, I'm trying to get as big as possible right now, but
So,
keeping it healthy-ish.
on my list, I had better student, but you guys are phenomenal students. All right, let's do this. If you can, I know it's on the spot and all. Jay, the funniest thing Nick ever did, or something really funny that you think he did,
Yes, thing Nick ever did.
and you're back. You're going to be answering the same thing. Nick gave you a little more time,
This
or
is
something
this is
really
a
funny
tough
you remember him
question.
doing. Something funny or silly that he did that you could, you always remember.
No, no, this is rough.
That's a tough one. Nick, you got one for me? I can stall by going to another question.
This is the hardest question I might have been asked in like the past week of my life.
All right, let's pause that one and let's go with. I want to know one of your dad's favorite sayings, and then one of your mom's favorite sayings.
I think one of my dad's favorite sayings, specifically towards me in a wrestling scenario, is just take him down or just escape or something
Stand up.
along the lines
It's stand up. It's
of
definitely
just
stand
do
up.
it, and like why doesn't it work? Um,
Your
and
dad can be
then
heard over everybody when he yells. Boy, that guy he reminds me of me.
Yeah.
and then my mom, I guess if you go in a wrestling standpoint as well, is calm down. Just trying to get my dad to calm down a little bit.
Yeah, he gets it in. He gets it in. So there's not one like cliche line that you've heard a million times from either one of them.
No, they're not like that.
All right, who's more religious?
Between Jay
Like,
and I,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would say Nick, but we don't really see it as a religion. Like that's at least how I don't see what I believe is as a religion. I just believe as it's a relationship with Christ. I follow Christ.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not so much of a religion, like you need to do these things. There's these exchanges and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
not a set of practices, but something. Yeah.
So let me ask you this, Jay, what is your most adversity you've had or setback or like worst wrestling memory or moment? A setback or major adversity that you had to claw out of.
I would say honestly, the last 2 summers have been rough for me because I look forward to Fargo and the freestyle season every year, and
Mhm.
that's kind of been snipped away from me the past 2 years. My freshman year, I tore my MCL pretty bad, and then last year I sprained my UCL right after junior duel or during junior duels, and it was like a couple weeks to Fargo. I couldn't really put pressure on it, and just really bad pain. So missed Fargo the last 2 years, kind of set me back on training a little bit.
So
So
you had a major knee injury 2 years, 2 seasons back, 2 seasons ago that
yeah,
you came back from MCL surgery.
I didn't get surgery. It was high level grade 2. So grade
Oh,
3 is where you need surgery, but it was partially torn, but it was like if it was torn a little bit more, I probably would have needed surgery.
so you just rehabbed and rehabbed. It took a little while to get back though, right?
Yeah, just some PT. I was out for pretty much most of summer.
How about you, Nikki? Same thing, adversity or worst moment?
I would say during my eighth grade year, I tore my meniscus. I was at like a wrestling practice at Arsenal, and I was like standing up. I wasn't really even in a stance, and a kid took a shot, and his head hit like the outside of my knee, and it like collapsed in, and it locked up, and we had to go to the emergency room because I was like, I can't move my leg, I can't put pressure on it, and then like while I'm in the emergency room, it like unlocked. Anyways, fast forward, got some MRIs. It was my meniscus. I got one surgery. I got back like 4 weeks later, and I was in practice, like couple practices back, and my knee locks up again.
Oh,
And um, I was just wrestling. It wasn't even like doing anything crazy, and it didn't unlock. So for like 8 days, my knee was just stuck in place. Couldn't put any pressure on it. I got my MRI results back on the 8th day, and then on the 9th day, they were like, "We need to have you in for surgery. Your knee's in like critical condition." So I had my surgery out for like 6 months, and that was pretty tough. But it definitely molded me into who I am today, and God used that time to redirect my focus and say, like, hey, wrestling isn't your end goal. Like, life's bigger than you. Life's bigger than wrestling. Like, see how this can happen at a nothing. Like, this can happen so fast. You need something to cling on to, and that's where I really started following God. And yeah, it was good.
so all the adversity led to stronger, brighter roads. From going through
Yes.
that stuff. Sometimes it takes immense adversity for you to find you. To raise from the noise, and you both have risen from pretty serious injuries to come back and be stronger than ever, which is very commendable. Um, Jay, having a brother in this sport with you, what does that mean? You're both going to get the same question, so don't steal each other's answer.
Oh, I probably will steal his answer.
You're going first.
Having a brother in the sport is a lot, especially since Nick's I mean, now he's not that much smaller than me. He's gotten so big over the years, and also being we're less than a year and a half apart. He's he can pretty consistently be my training partner, and we could push each other in great ways, especially since like our style matchups are very different. He wrestles very quick. He's slick. He's takes a lot of shots. He's really aggressive, and I'm
I
a
was
little
literally just going to say, you guys have two totally different styles to be brothers. It's like, when you see, like, look at Joe and Fred, they're like little clones of
Yeah.
each other, pretty much. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, you guys, you're the power game. Nick's got the slick, and that unbelievable ride game is insane. But no, very different styles for sure. So I'm just going to assume because you're the older brother, you might have the advantages and wins starting from when you were little. Did you bully him around a little bit when he was little, or what?
Yeah. I would say yeah. I would. Just being bigger. I was a pretty hefty kid as too, so
Good.
I had a lot of size on him. Kind of just strength now. If Nick was my size, probably give him the match, especially with the stylistic matchup that comes into it. But
Right.
I think just the maturity and size and strength right now is what's getting him from beating me. But wouldn't be surprised pretty soon if he's my size, if not bigger than me.
You're living in the gym. Go ahead, Nick. What's it mean to have a brother to go through this journey with you in this incredibly tough sport, toughest sport there is?
Yeah, I agree on pretty much everything Jay said. I would say two words come to my mind. It's a blessing, but it's also one of the biggest frustrations ever. Because it's like I live at home with this kid. Sometimes I'm probably the biggest jerk you'll ever find on the mat. Sometimes, like he can tell you that. Um, when we're scrapping, and it's like he's so much bigger than me and stronger than me, and I just get frustrated because I want to take my shots and score like I would on somebody that's my size, and then it's like I got my big bro stuffing my face into the ground and
Yeah, and
picking
then
me
the
up
roof
like
comes down on you when you
yeah
shoot, and you're
picking
like,
picking
maybe that wasn't a good idea.
yeah picking me up like I'm nothing, and it's like frustrating. So I start um, again getting frustrated, and sometimes I don't act the best to him. But that's why I say it's a blessing, because to have a brother in the sport, especially around my size, with similar goals in wrestling, like it's close to one of my biggest blessings in life. So it's really awesome.
No, pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. All right, let me do a couple rapid fire things here. Let me see if how good you guys know each other. Nick, what's Jay's favorite NFL team?
It should
Jay
be
doesn't
easy.
like
Come on.
football.
Jay doesn't like football.
This
I
is
do like
easy. All right,
football.
all right. The Eagles.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Eagles. Was that a pretty good guess? How about go back at him? Since
Uh,
Connecticut doesn't have a team.
I mean, I would have to go with the Eagles, but I don't know if it's changed in recent years.
I
Or
mean, yeah, I'm not like we're from Connecticut, like you
Right.
said. So our longtime everything fan, like we're fans of the Patriots, So we have jerseys and all that
And I
stuff.
mean, I
And
just threw up on my mouth a little since I'm a
yeah, but since we moved to PA, Eagles fans all out.
All right. Let's do this the other way. Nick, what's Jay's favorite movie about sports? Like hype movie.
About
How about like a hype
movie
movie
about sports.
or movie? Or favorite, or it could be his favorite movie.
favorite
Or his
movie.
favorite movie star, if you know that. Let me try to make it easier.
Okay. Um, let's go Interstellar. Is that your favorite movie?
No.
I never heard of it. So what is that about? Space, I'm
You've
assuming?
never heard you've never heard of Interstellar.
No,
Wow.
is it? It's not a Star
Good
Trek
movie. It's a
thing, is
very
it?
good movie. No, it is a space movie. It's a very good movie though. I would have to say my favorite movie would be Fury. It's a World War II movie. Thought it was very
I think I saw that. Who's in that? Wait, who's in that?
um
I think I
can't
did.
think of the actors, but they're the one of the big scenes is like they're in a tank and they gotta fight off this big German battalion coming towards them and they uh they duke it out.
So you
It's a
like
very
the
good
war
movie.
movies, huh? Or
Yeah,
historic stuff?
I find it entertaining. I just remember watching Fury and I was like, wow, this movie is really good. The
How about
cast is very
Joe?
good.
What's Nick's favorite movie? Or star or
This I would have no clue. I'm not gonna lie.
let him know,
Uh,
Nick.
I think my favorite movie um, is Greater. It's like a football movie of this kid played for Arkansas, got drafted to the Colts in the NFL, but he died in
I
a
saw
truck
that
accident.
too. He's a lineman, right? In a
Yep.
car accident.
Yes. Brandon
Yes.
Burlesworth.
Yes. Very good movie.
Yeah.
Good choice. Jay, what training music is Nick listening to?
training. I would have to go with some worship. Nick is a big worship all the time, round the clock
Yeah,
guy.
while training, huh?
Sometimes. I
Anytime.
mean, I have my different forms of Christian music, but yeah, I'm all Christian out. Sometimes I listen to Michael Jackson though. when I get
Nice.
hyped.
Hey, that's the greatest. MJ is the greatest. What's Jay listen to, Nick?
In the car, everything.
Or training. Or
But-
training. Yeah, his hype music.
He listens to like 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s, like rock and
Old
like,
school.
yeah,
You know, old
like
school in him.
he's I'm blanking on all of the bands completely, but
Who's your bands, Jay?
like Eagles and yeah.
Man, the Eagles. He's an old soul. Who's your band? Who do you like, Jay? Who's your bands?
I like everything, honestly. I like Nirvana, Sublime, Red
Yeah,
Hot Chili
that's
Peppers. I like Radiohead, The Smiths. You could name whatever, and I probably would find a song that I'd like. Not picky
Yeah.
about my music.
If both you guys, you guys are pretty established, very successful careers in high school. But if you could right now send a message back to your younger self about your brother, or actually, let's scratch that. If you had to send a message back in time to your brother when he was like 5 or 6 about wrestling, because I know you guys started young, what would you tell him? What advice would you give your
I'll go
brother?
first.
You know what you know now. Go ahead.
I would tell Jay not to kill me for all the stupid stuff I would do to him in the future. That's what my piece of advice would be.
The disclaimer. He's trying to cushion the blow.
Yeah.
All right. So he's asking for some grace
Yes.
from Big Bro. Going back in time. What would you go back in time and tell your brother? No, you're getting no grace. What would you?
I would have to tell Nick. I mean, I think this does build character in my life. I think it built a lot of forgiveness in my life. Not that Nick did anything like super bad or super like evil, but I would probably tell him to just chill out a little bit and not try to pick on me so much, because he couldn't pick on me physically because I was bigger and stronger, but
Right.
man, he had a way with some words, even though
Yeah.
they were like super like harsh words. Sometimes he knows how to get that little notch up on me, and I'm like,
He could cut. He could cut. All right. Which brother has the worst temper?
Nick.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
bad. I'm working on
Bad
it.
temper.
God's working on me, man. He's working on me.
Really bad. I see some of that temper on the mat. So
Yeah.
it does serve a purpose. It's very
I
therapeutic.
got some rage in my heart.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
God is
wrestling's
helping
very,
me.
very therapeutic for you, I believe.
Yeah.
Let's see. I did that. All right, here we go. And Jay, I know you do have a girlfriend, so you cannot get in trouble for this question. Nick, redhead, brunette, or blonde? Your preference.
No comment. no comment.
Smart man right there.
No
Jay,
comment.
you have a girlfriend. You're exempt from this question. And she's a blonde.
right.
Right?
She's a
blonde?
brunette, but she dyes her hair with
She
highlights.
changes hair
so,
colors.
Oh,
yeah,
she
kinda changes
switches it
colors.
up. All right, listen. All right, who's mama's favorite?
Repeat the question. I'm sorry.
Who's mama's favorite?
I would have to say Nick. I don't know, man.
He's pointing to you, bro.
Bro.
I love it. They're both like this. All
Yeah.
right. All right. We'll never know that. We'll never know that answer. So who gets yelled at by dad the most?
Okay, Jay only because he's older. Only because he's older. But like, if any, we're equally at fault all the time. But if someone's getting the blame, it's probably going to be Jay just because he's older. But I am the one that's like, if something's going down, I'm probably getting blamed for it just because I'm the idiot that causes it all the time. But yeah.
And everything runs downhill too. Everything runs downhill. All right. So listen, for this next segment, I don't know how close you guys are in the house, but we're gonna end it with this brother hand slap challenge on the quick hands tip. So I don't know if Jay has to come to Nick or Nick has to come to Jay. But
I'll go to Nick because
all right, looks like he was coming to
I
you.
got a little corner in my room that I'm at.
All right, you go do that, Nick. We'll talk till he gets to you. So,
All right.
what's your goals for next year or in the off season, man? You guys doing freestyle and all that stuff?
Yes, yeah. I'm trying to make the world team in April. U17 world team. So could be cool. Could be a good blessing being out there and all that stuff. But
Out in Vegas, you're both going out there, right, in April?
yes, sir.
Awesome. Good luck. Now, let's see, Nick. So stand up. Let me see, make sure I get you guys in the picture here. Stand up so you're right in front of him and back off the camera a little bit. And you're going to, put his hands in your hands. Have Jay move forward towards you a little bit so he's in the picture. See if we can get this, we can pull this off here. All right. You're both in. All right. Now, this is the best of three.
This is a pop game.
Whoever gets to three first. Yeah, this is an old man game for sure. All right, so when I'm just going to say go, and you can go whenever you're ready, Nick. Go. Is that a hit? All right, 1-0. Switch it up. Jay's on the bottom. Oh, that's a free slap.
It's a free slap?
No, it's not.
Yeah, plus your hands have to be on top of his hands. What's this space stuff? Put them hands on top of them palms. There it is. Oh, wait. So it's 1-1. 1-1. All right, here we go. That's a hit. 2-1. Flip it. Let's go.
Hey, I didn't even move. Free slap, buddy.
Free slap.
We gotta. All right.
All right, reset.
All right, he said reset.
Yeah, reset. Jay's going. That's a hit, right?
Yeah.
Are we tied at 2?
Yep.
All right, let's go. Let's get it. Tiebreaker here. Oh, man, he didn't even wait. That was a little false start. We're going to do a caution. Caution for Nick Singer. Jay, move forward just a little bit so you're in the picture a little bit. There you go, right there. Good.
Hit him. I hit him.
That a hit?
You got to hit both my hands or just one?
Just one. Now you get a chance to tie.
All right, I'm underneath.
This for the tie.
Yep. So, Nick, if you get away with this, you win.
You're not even touching my hands.
You saw it.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
oh,
Oh.
oh.
Oh my god.
Is that a hit?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to call that one a tie. You guys get in the picture together. Let me wrap this up together. Good luck in Vegas in April, right? We're going to be watching. I don't know if Flo is showing it, but I'm going to thank you guys for coming on the National High School Wrestling Show. We will clean you guys up with the next 5 brothers. God bless you guys. Thank you very much. Keep an eye on my son up there.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll reach back out for the Vegas trip when you get back. We'll get you back on. All right, guys?
Oh yeah,
Yes,
that's
sounds
right.
good. Thank
All
you.
right, there it is, guys.
Peace and
Nick
love.
and Jay Singer, Faith Christian, studs from Connecticut. Thanks, guys. We'll
Thank
see you
you.
soon.
If you own a company and you're not producing a podcast, you're missing out. The public consumes messaging when they're ready. Join the professional podcast network of companies and let Jacob Media Partners put you in the podcast arena. Come to our professional studio or we'll come to your place of business and professionally produce your company podcast. Call Jacob Media right now at 267-261-3428. 267-261-3428.